Hello students, today in unit 2nd individual and group behavior we are going to study one of the foundation of individual behavior, which is personality. So today we are going to see what is the concept of personality, what are the features of personality, and what is the definition and determinants of personality. So determinants means which are the factors which add various shades to your personality. Okay, which factors are responsible for building one's or developing one's personality, that we are going to see. Okay, so personality is, as I said, that it is one of the foundation of individual behavior. When we are analyzing individual behavior, that behavior depends upon what sort of personality that individual is having. So we can call personality as the most important determinant of individual behavior, and it is our we use this word in our day to day life, that we all the time we keep on saying that his or her personality is so impressive, it's a good personality, a developed personality. So today we are going to see that what is meant by personality. Okay, so personality means it is a combination of various personal qualities or traits, we can call, which are shown by that individual through his actions, reactions and interactions with people, right? So when do you come to know that one's personality is a good personality? When you interact with that individual, when you in certain situations, when you listen to that person, when you come to know about the thinking of that person, attitude of that person, right? How he's being developed, how his personality has been groomed, or different shades are added to his personality. You come to know when you interact with that individual, right? So we can say that personality is a total of personal traits or qualities which are exhibited by individual. That means whenever an individual interacts with you, that time we come to know about the personality. And every time we, many a times it happens that every time we come across new shade of one's personality, isn't it, which we were not knowing, but in certain situation we come to know. For example, your friend is having a very good personality, you both are very good friends, but you were not knowing that your friend is a good decision maker. Okay, but once one incident took place, that you came to know that whenever you are working with your friend, at that time you came to know that he is very good decision maker, he can take good decisions, right? He is a very matured person. Okay, so you came to know about a different shade of his personality because you came across certain difficult situation. That time you came to know about that, the quality of your friend, right? So your behavior is exhibited, individual's behavior is exhibited according to the situations. Okay, so how he acts, reacts and handles the situation. Okay, so and also personality has its own qualities, right? Some are very confident, some are very shy, some are always have with a smiling face, some of them are very good looking, good personality, good height, isn't it? So it is there is no any one determinant which identify you, or which is called as personality. It is a group of personal traits or qualities which are exhibited by an individual in his or her behavior. Okay, so personality depends upon certain traits, that is qualities, heredity, environment, situation, psychological elements and biographical characteristics. Okay, so all these factors together determines one's personality. Then it personality, it signifies the role which one displays to the public in general and fellow workers in particular. That means you come to know about one's personality, how he is behaving in public and how he is behaving with his colleagues, with his fellow workers. You come to know, as I said, you come across different shades of one's personality as per the situation, right? So this is the concept of personality. Then let us take a look at the definition. So personality is a pattern of stable states and characteristics of person that influence his or her behavior towards goal achievement, and each person has its unique way of protecting these states. Okay, no two people can have an identical kind of personality. Every person is a different person, every person is a unique person, he is having his own style of behaving, thinking, acting, right? So when you look at the definition given by William Gluck, He says that it's a pattern of stable states and characteristics. Stable states, this is very important. That means your personality don't keep on changing. You have certain stable, you have your own attitude, you have your own way of thinking, so it remains stable. You have your own characteristics because of which you are known by the because of which you are known in the public, isn't it, or in the family, or whatever, in the society. Okay, and it is a group of characteristics which influence his or her behavior, whatever sort of traits, personal qualities you are having, right? So communication skills, confidence, these are the various characteristics, right? So that influence the behavior of that individual for what that influence the behavior for goal achievement. That means whatever goals are being assigned to you, that can be achieved on the basis of these personality traits. Okay, and further, William is saying that each person has unique ways of protecting these states. Every person is trying to protect whatever characteristics he or she is having in his personality, and that protection is done in his own way, unique way. You try to, have whatever characteristics your personality is having, you try to keep them, right? You don't want to remove them from your personality, because of those characteristics and personal traits, you have been known. Your identity is formed because of those personal traits, right? So this is personality definition. Next is personality is the dynamic organization within the individuals of those psychological system that determines his unique adjustment to his environment. Now the same word is being defined in a very different way. It's a dynamic organization within the individuals, and it's related to your psychological systems, right? That means how you think is very important. It is about your, because your actions and reactions depends upon the way of your thinking, right? And how you adjust to the environment. That means every person is having his own unique way to adjust to the upcoming environment, whatever situation he or she is facing, whatever circumstances through which you are going, you have to adjust with it. But every person is having his own unique way of adjusting to that environment, right? You are making yourself, you are a very sharp person, you are a very positive, optimistic person who thinks positive always, and this is your very important characteristic of your personality, right? So even in a very bad situation also, you are convincing your mind that everything will be all right, that all is well, isn't it? And then you are facing that situation. So that is the unique adjustment to the environment, right? So every person is trying to, actually is trying very best to adjust to the environment, and every person is having his own characteristics through which he is trying to adjust to that environment, right? So these are the two definitions which gives you an idea about what is personality. Now let us go for the features of personality. Personality is again a pattern of stable states and characteristics that we saw in the first definition. Then it accounts for consistent patterns of behavior of an individual. Right, now what is consistent patterns? That means one person behaves in the same way, every time. That means we know this particular individual, and we know that how that particular person is going to react in particular situation, right? So your pattern of behavior is reflected in your thoughts, feelings, and your actions. Then only you come to know that this personality is having, so this, for example, this characteristics, right? So you come to know it. So you are having those consistent pattern, consistently you are behaving in the same manner, right? Which has built up your personality. Then next is a person has certain similarities and differences with other individuals. Of course, I mean, every time it is not necessary that you agree with the front person's views or opinion. You have your own opinion, right? And you'll stick towards it. Also you are having certain differences with the other individuals, right? So not necessary that every two individuals will have similarity in their thinking, or always they will be having differences. It differs. Then next characteristic is it induces people to behave in a manner as required by the biological and social pressures. Depending upon your personality, your personality depends upon various determinants. Those determinants we are going to see. In that, one of the determinant is your society, isn't it? There are certain decisions we take it because we are socially pressurized, isn't it? Because in society we are having certain rules to live in the society. This is good and this is bad, which is called as ethical behavior, unethical behavior, right? Moral. So you have, I mean, our personality has, that we get induced to behave in the manner which is required by our biological and social pressures, isn't it? So that gives another characteristic. Then it exercises a significant influence on job performance. Your personality definitely has a reflection in your performance, right? Because of your personality, because of your thinking, because of your personal traits, right? These things are going to make you a successful person, or that is going to give you job satisfaction, that is going to give you a good performance, right? So definitely your personality is having influence on your job performance, because your performance depends upon what kind of person you are. Then next one is, of course, in the beginning itself I told that if you want to predict individual behavior, you must know the personality of that person, right? So it is most important foundation or determinant of an individual behavior. Then next one is, it is inner awareness of self as a permanent organizing force of individual. Okay, so it is inner awareness, isn't it? Every time, that means we always have a self talk in our mind, right? We all the time keep on talking with ourselves, right? This is right, this is wrong, this is against my personality, I'm not convinced, I'm ready to do this, you keep on, that is inner awareness, that this doesn't suit my personality, this is not my characteristic, so I'll not behave in that manner, isn't it? So this is inner awareness. You all the time you are aware from inside that I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do this, isn't it? So awareness of self, which is a very organizing force of an individual, because every time before doing an action, your mind, your brain tells you that this is good or not, whether what are the reactions of your action, what, every time your mind is talking to you, you are having a self talk, isn't it? So that inner awareness, it's a part of your personality. Then it determines his unique adjustment with the environment, situations and fellow workers. Again the same thing is repeated, which we saw in the second definition. Okay, so I won't repeat it. And the last one is, it is subject to modification of traits and behavior, though it is relatively stable pattern to make it more consistent with the needs of the job. That means we say that we are having, in personality we are having stable states and characteristics, stability, isn't it? We don't keep on changing every day, but you need to make certain modification in your behavior or in your personality when you want to, you want to be more consistent with your job, you want to suit yourself with your job, whatever your job you are doing. So certain things you will have to mold in your personality, isn't it? So whatever job you are seeking, according to that you will have to mold yourself. Okay, so these were the characteristics of personality. So with this we'll end with today's lecture. Thank you.